Yep. Who's got a recap?
Welcome back, everybody, to Legendary Tales. Hope everyone's day is going well. I'm very hot right now. It's very warm in my room. I hope everyone is doing better than I am. Lorishik said nose goes on the recap.
Yeah, same.
Last week, we basically had a moment where they were in, what? Why isn't that map available? Hold on. We were in, was it Turfor, right? It was Turfor. Yeah, we were in Turfor in the crag. Let's go ahead and activate that scene, and we'll go right there and show where everyone's at. Basically, they arrived in Turfor, in the south of the crag, and it was quite nice, except for the fact that as soon as they arrived, a very large statue was there, and everyone was crowded around it, and they ended up talking to the statue, or Vidar managed to communicate with it, and they needed to go to the sea. They managed to rally a bunch of brand new green adventurers and take them to for the river to the south. They took it directly to the coast where they fought a bunch of merfolk. Yeah, they managed to get it to the sea, even though the merfolk did not want it to get to the sea. A giant crab appeared, and it was a good time. Everyone almost died, except Vidar is the master of evading. And that leads us to exactly where we currently are. Oh my god, my music is in alphabetical order. What? Uh-oh.
Wait, is that a good thing?
Oh, they changed it, and I love that. I'm muting this. Oh, that's really loud. So basically, yeah, they got this gigantic brown statue to the sea where it melted away into sea foam. And we'll probably hear more about that later. As soon as you guys get back, you're on the coast. You're like looking at the giant, basically, this giant carpet of sea foam. Basically go into the ocean. You remember that the merfolk specifically referenced a sea god of some sort that did not want the statue to touch the sea. You notice in the distance there was a lot of lightning and thunder as soon as the statue reached the beach, and that's when the merfolk came out and attacked you, specifically the Marrow, who are sort of mutated abyssal god worshipping type things. If any of you would like to make a religion check, please. A religion check, please, everybody. And yes, we are missing dark mode on Foundry because I updated Foundry, but the dark mode module has not been updated yet. So it's super unfortunate, but here we are. We're missing one from Technician. Okay, so a 16, you understand that they're currently... as far as you know, are two gods that fit the description of sea gods. And you have met the voice of both of those. And neither of them seemed ever to be the kind of person who would have Marrow try and defend the sea from some statue. Which leads you to point in a direction that there is something claiming to be a god that is probably not a god. And the two ones that you have met that specifically are sea gods or tempest gods are Bambasta and Turmoil, one of which is that huge Oni-looking guy, and then the sort of ghostly-looking figure that were both in Nilhund before it exploded. Those are the two voices of the sea gods that you met. They're the voices of the sea gods that you met. Or was it Bambasta? Yes, it was. And you're on this beach, and everything is oddly calm. I need all of you to make a perception check, please.
How are my perception rolls always so bad?
Oh my
So
god.
I don't know what's going on, but I am having severe slowness in Forge right now.
For Foundry, really?
Yeah, I think I might need to restart Chrome real quick.
No, you're good.
It's just gonna
You do what you gotta
no.
do.
Yep. All right.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to have you do anything super intense in Foundry right now, either way. You guys perceive, all of you perceive, Lorishik is pretty distracted by probably something. And that something would be the smell of not rotting flesh, but the smell of fresh meat is actually very distinct. If you've ever smelled like a freshly butchered cattle, it has a very distinct smell to it, like blood. And you smell that, Lorishik. Like, your perception, yeah, you got an 11 for that, but nobody else really has the same nose that you do when it comes to figuring out what's around you. And you smell a freshly butchered something. You're not really sure what it is. It's a little bit north of you along the beach. The sea breeze is coming towards you, and it does smell a little bit like fish, but not like the super salty sea air smell, but it smells like fresh sushi.
Do you smell that fresh fish?
No, but I definitely see.
You definitely see, as you turn that way with your disgusting 26, you turn and look down the way, and there is a small man. He has blue skin and long green hair, and he's pulling a tuna out with his hands and butchering it on the beach.
We're just gonna like point down the shore to it and be like, "Is that where the smell is coming from, Lorishik?"
You turn there and you immediately recognize that, yes, that is absolutely where the smell is coming from. I don't know if you guys know how big tuna are, but he's pulling a tuna out of the ocean with one hand.
How big is he?
From this distance, you could probably figure out he's probably 5'6".
He sounds just like me in real life.
Exactly, he's a little guy.
But very strong.
Yes.
He drinks his milk.
And it appears to be...
But he's got that Popeye thing going on his right arm, right?
No. He's actually quite fit, but he's not, like, big in any way.
Okay.
And he turns around and notices you guys, and sort of beckons you toward him.
I obviously start just immediately walking towards him.
Absolutely.
And this is
Kendall-
all basically right after our fight just happened.
Yep.
Kendall
So can
smelled
you
the
help
fish and is going off in that direction, so I'm going after Lorishik and Kendall.
Absolutely. Oh, Kendall probably jumped right out and probably is riding on Lorishik, actually.
I'm following, but cautiously, because it seems kind of random that we just had this huge fight and he just shows up. I do an insight check to see if he's hostile at all.
Yeah, you don't even need an insight check to know that from this distance he does not appear to be hostile. So you head over there. It's about 200 or 300. Like, he's actually way off in the distance. You get over to him, and he is just, he's got like this really long blade made of coral that he basically cut open the center of the fish, and he's pulling out bones and all of his other guts and like throwing it back in the ocean. And he sort of looks at you and raises an eyebrow and says, "What are you doing here? My name is Atrice."
I'm sorry, say that again?
Atrice. Atreis.
Well, we could ask you the same. What are you doing here?
I am coming from the sea to feed one of my pets along the way.
With the tuna.
Absolutely.
Where's the pet?
He looks down the way. And it's like farther down farther down the beach there is an enormous sea turtle basically wallowing its way up here. Except it appears to be a variant of sea turtle that appears to be draconic in nature. It's not dragon turtles are just like giant, like city-sized turtles, but it's like a very small variant of that. It's like if you imagine you combine a snapping turtle with a sea turtle and then put like dragon aspects on it. That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna nudge
Trace.
Lord. Let me make my joke. They have a lizard pet too. Carry on.
Can I punch Evie?
No.
You can try.
I punch Evie.
I grab his fist and push it away. Too slow.
Strength, right?
Yeah. Strength.
What's your A?
Strength plus proficiency. So if you make a just unarmed check, you could try and punch her. Are you trying to do damage, or are you just trying to like make a point?
Oh, I want to punch her.
Does she make her saving throw with animal handling?
Correct.
I punch Vidar too.
He's just an angry boy.
I won't punch either.
Okay.
I just give her a horrible glare and make sure she knows that I'm very upset with her.
She knows.
I ask Trace how old is your pet?
Why is it playing Ghost Town? I wanted it to stay on Forest Day. Hold on. Say
I was
again.
wondering what we were getting into.
Yeah.
Say that again. Sorry.
I just asked how old his turtle was, and then the music started being haunted.
How old
My
this turtle
turtle.
was?
Yeah.
Don't talk about
He
my
looks.
turtle.
He looks at you and he thinks for a second. At this point, believe he's 300-ish, give or take.
Oh, just a baby then.
Yes, for his species, obviously.
I'm sure I recognize that at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
I say we were just helping the citizens of Turfor get rid of a statue problem.
Oh, Turfor. That is a place close to my heart, actually.
Oh, I happen to be somewhat of a leader there.
Oh, do you? Sure.
I mean,
He continues butchering this thing as the turtle gets closer and closer. Is anyone else doing anything else?
Mostly just kind of hanging back at a distance, watching them. Still kind of confused how this guy just popped up out of the water after we had this huge fight with a bunch of marrow. The fact that he wouldn't have gotten involved or anything.
Yeah.
Did we not go back up to... Like, we're on a different shore, aren't we? Or are we still on the same shore
You're
where
still
we
on the
pushed
same
the statue?
shore where you push the statue in, yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna ask him, did you happen to see any of that
I
we
did.
just did?
I was watching with great intent.
intent to
Not help
help?
you at all.
You succeeded.
You seemed okay. If things got bad, I could intervene, but I chose not to.
So
Some
like,
of us almost died.
yeah, I was gonna say, you're like in the claws.
Yeah, and it's fine because I knew that you would be fine, because I was here to help if I had to.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. For
I look at
nothing.
Evie and say, "What? What? Why are you thanking him?"
Being sarcastic. I forgot that lizards don't do sarcasm. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I know. I caught on. I just don't care. I am not a lizard, by the way. I am a triton. I am a man
Okay.
of the sea.
Talking to our lizard.
Oh, he is a lizard. Oh, I thought he was some
I-
sort of sponge. Or coral. I mean, look how bright he is. He's red and black and all sorts of crazy colors. You would not survive in the sea very fast, my friend. No camouflage whatsoever.
I just shake my head, turn around, and walk like 15 feet away.
Vidar watching this scene, Lorishik have his stroke apparently, says, "It seems you know an awful lot about surviving under the ocean. Would you happen to know where those marrow came from?"
Yes, I do, actually. Not far to the east, there's a large volcanic island, and they live underneath it, in a very large cavern filled with water that is heated by the volcano nearby.
Do you happen to know who they worship?
Oh, we call him the Voice in the Dark. He's an unpleasant being who constantly assaults all the nearby sea creatures. Which is why my friend here, and like the turtle finally gets up there and has his mouth open, and he cuts open cuts off a large piece of fish and tosses it in, and you hear the hop, 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 the turtle's munching on it. It's why my friend here is not in the sea at the moment. He is living on the beach and on the land because the Voice in the Dark is currently assaulting the waves.
The waves?
Every thing in the ocean for many miles around the island is being constantly assaulted by this sort of voice in the back of your head constantly telling you to go to the island. That's the main issue. So, I come here to feed my friend while trying to assault his fortress and remove him so that the oceans over here can be settled. He apparently has caught wind of 2 krakens that are on their way over. So, the sooner I get rid of the Voice in the Dark, the likelihood that we don't die is going up exponentially the sooner we get rid of him.
How long has this Voice in the Dark been around?
Not long. He has corrupted all of the merfolk nearby. Luckily, my encampment and the place I live is far from there, but closer to your capital of Skjornshorn. But there's a huge populace of merfolk who are migrating toward the island, and I'm trying to stop them, but I have failed to do so. So, I believe the next step is to go fight the Voice in the Dark.
Have you seen the Voice?
No, no one has physically seen the Voice in the Dark. But it is rumored he's some sort of giant squid-like creature.
When you say the Voice hasn't been around for long, do you mean days, weeks, years?
Weeks-ish. When was the giant wave? And when he says that, you know that he's talking about the explosion at Nilhund. How long ago was that? It was when the island exploded, is when the Voice in the Dark appeared.
This would be like less than a week ago at this point, right? Or maybe it was less than 2 weeks ago.
I think it's less than
No,
two. I think
we've
it's-
been
I think it's over a week,
Yeah.
but not 2 weeks yet.
We did a couple weeks worth of traveling just in
Oh,
first time
yeah,
going
that's
to
true.
Vermigard, right?
True.
Mhm.
Just in
Like traveling
Vertigar
across
alone was like a
Vermigard
week.
took like when we went and found the Banshee.
Yep. So it's been a while. And you know these big evil types, it doesn't take long. They just have to get settled and then everything sort of escalates quickly from there. So, the reason I didn't help is because I wanted to see how you react to pressure. I was wondering if you'd like to go help me defeat this voice in the dark.
If we can sleep first, I'm down.
Oh, we can take a day or two if you need it. Because I assume that whoever you got that cart from wants it back.
I yell back to him and say, "What's in it for us?"
Well, it depends. Is there something that you want? First, I just have to ask. Because if it's something I can readily get for you, then I can provide it right away. But if it's something that I have to go out of my way to procure, I can attempt to do that as well. All within reason, of course.
So sorry, logistical issues on my end. Rep has just been off doing his own thing this whole time, or is he overhearing some of this, or what?
You probably came with the group. I assume
Okay.
that you would go with Vidar no matter what, either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pipe up at this point and say, the lizard man can usually be bribed with meats.
I mean, if you'd like some tuna, I could get some for you right now. I don't know if you want it raw, but it can be eaten raw. That's one of the best parts of my culture, actually.
I'm thinking more in terms of making sure that my group is taken care of and that we don't incur any cost.
Oh, I thought you meant kill you. I was like, why would I want to do that? I don't take
I
care
mean,
of
you-
people in that way. Well, not
You can kill me. That would be great.
Why? Why are you like this? What did they do to you?
You're so mean.
Been through some stuff.
Well, that's very apparent. I did you want money? Did you want some sort of other resource that I can procure fairly easily? Like, it depends on it literally depends. You name it, and I should be able to get it for you. Short of like cow, I guess, with about like any land animal. Not really a procurer of land animals.
Do you happen to know anyone who can track people down?
I do. Actually, I know a few, especially from the shore, and some from my tribe. We have some diviners, you could call them. They are very much like they call them truth seekers, but they have a way of finding people that may or may not be magical in nature, or just using their mind to locate individual people or objects. Objects is an expertise of theirs. They are known for finding phylacteries of liches, specifically.
That could be useful.
Are there any treasures from under the sea that we might not normally be able to find elsewhere?
Oh,
Why is it doing that?
don't ask me about Under the Sea.
I just had a full-on panic attack there because he's asking about treasures from under the sea, and all of a sudden the music gets hella creepy.
I put it on. Apparently, the repeat function is not working for the music right now.
That happened earlier
This
when
is the piano sting of foreshadowing. That's it. That's the end of the song.
Yep. Okay. Yes, I could get you a meeting with the Truth Seekers if you would like, and they can locate whoever you need them to locate. But keep in mind that for this specific mission or adventure, for those of you who'd like to name it that, we will be spending our entire time underwater. But I have potions and magic that I can help you with to keep you sustained underwater for those of you who need to breathe.
Kendall looks at me and is like, "What?" I'm gonna ask, "Do you happen to know anywhere, like a pet lodging?"
I mean, is that a familiar or is it a normal creature?
Oh yeah, can it just like
Because you can
whisk away?
you can send it away for the time being and then bring it back when you need it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Where do they go exactly? Some other plane?
No, they go
It's like a
into
Pokeball.
it sort of is like a Pokeball. They go into like their own like little demi-plane. Every little creature has its own demi-plane that's its home. So
Okay, cool. Never mind then. Carry on.
we can leave now, or I can meet you back here in a few days, or day, or whenever I need to.
We really just need I just need a night.
We need to bring the
And
cart back.
we need to return the card. Back to the blacksmith.
I'm just gonna hop on the cart.
We should probably talk to Bounty Master Sinhold before we leave.
Agreed on all fronts. Will we be able to levitate the boat while it's empty?
The cart?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cart.
We should be able to, yeah. It's only a couple 100 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we had issues with that when it was full.
It's fine. Statues, it was a thick statue.
It was
Fine.
a huge statue.
I look to Atlas and say, "Do you think we could ride your turtle back?"
The turtle will not go that far inland, unfortunately.
Oh, so take us 12 years to get there.
It would take a long time to get there.
You slow boy.
If we were in the ocean, he would be much faster. Which is actually what we're going to do when we go to visit the voice in the dark. We're going to ride on my friend because it's infinitely faster.
See, you'll get your chance to ride on the turtle.
I just glare at Evie.
Shall we?
Yes, let's.
All right, I will see you. I will be back here around this same time of day for a little while to feed my friend, and I will see you then. He sort of gives you an awkward, like, sort of salute, and then he goes back to, like, cutting up sushi for his friend. Who's on the cart? Who's pulling the cart? What's the deal?
Pulling.
On.
Casimir is going to pull the cart as well. So whoever wants to help him pull it, can you guys just manhandle it? It's actually
I'll
not
help
that
him.
hard. Are you guys doing? So you make your way back, and it takes you. Let me see. It takes you nearly a full day to get back. It just takes a long time because the cart is sort of awkward. If you're just walking, you can make it back fairly easily. Yeah, and you make it back uneventfully. You show up, and they've already filled in the giant hole that the statue was in, repaved a section of the road that had been taken out. And the majority of trees that were knocked or like damaged by the statue itself have been cut down and started been harvesting. What are you guys doing as soon as you reach? As soon as you reach the town.
We're returning the cart and going and finding Sinhold, I would imagine.
Yeah, we should definitely go tell Sinhal what we're going to do next. Might be worth asking about that volcanic island, obviously. If it's volcanic, it probably has some sort of surface, right?
Mhm.
So, what do they call that when it's just underground? Just a fissure?
Mm-hmm.
Something like, yeah.
I
So I guess-
also this is still the same day, right?
Yes,
same day
it's
that
just
we
later
encountered.
that night.
I think that we should send a message back to the warbands and let them know that we got the gear that the thing. We're still not sure where the Warmaster is, and we're about to go and fight the voice in the dark, or take care of the voice in the dark. For a man named a Triton named Atrice.
A trace. What the heck is going on? Hold on. Sorry. Sure. Are you going to use the sending stone before you go to bed? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I confirm. I confirm with everyone in the group before and see if there's anything they want me to include in the message on top of what I had already said.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, I use the sending stone. I say meet to it.
It glows in your hand.
In Turfor. Got gifts from Haka. Don't know where Warmaster is. Going to find voice in dark with Triton named Atrace.
Okay. It goes dull, and you can feel it sort of power down. And you guys take a long rest. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah, we were gonna go find Sinhold and ask him about the island a little bit.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
thought.
Is everyone going with him or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We okay. So we found Benny Master Sinhold, or he's
Absolutely.
okay. Benny Master Sinhold, we are heading for a volcanic island to kill something called the Voice in the Dark. What can you tell us about a near volcanic island?
Ooh. Directly to the east, there's a large volcanic island, and it's not... It's hostile, to say the least. It's just too hot for most things to survive. That's all I know about it. I believe Loershik came from there. Or you know of that in your realm. From what? You and I talked for a bit? Don't look at me like that. I understand how it works.
I glance around and say,
You know this
"Yeah,
place?
I'm familiar. It's hot."
Do you know
Where-
anyone
where
there
it's up.
that we can like meet up with when we get there?
I may. I don't know if we would necessarily want to meet anybody.
Is it possible that if your type is in that area, that War Master Haka may have gone there?
My type?
Oh.
You-
He did not mean to say you type. He meant you people.
It's possible that Haka could be there. Yeah, I mean, he'd probably fit in well, but
Was Haka the one
It's-
looking for his son? Okay, sorry, just checking.
Yep.
I'm curious to know if the tunnel that we went to before ends up leading over to the island at some point.
Possibly.
That might be a thing we should look into when we get back. We might not need a tunnel if we are going to receive underwater magic from a trace.
Hey, Bounty Master,
Yes.
are you aware of any tunnel systems that go from Turfor over to?
Not
the-
not Torfor specifically. Oh god. I'm so annoyed by this.
Every time there's a question, it
Not
gets pummeled.
for specifically. But why don't you ask me about Trimbo?
What?
Hey, Senhold, are we gonna die? Maybe.
I mean, everything
Funny
has
you
its,
ask.
everything has its risks. You just have to weigh them before you start making any rash decisions.
Where do the tunnels lead that you know of?
They are far to the north. They are in between Heindel and Trimbal in that northern mountain range. There's a large tunnel that leads downward for miles that leads into the underground areas.
Got it.
It's quite terrifying, actually. I explored it when I was young and stupid, and I came into view of an enormous spider that was covered in little lava babies, and I ran because I'm a giant pussy.
I don't think you're a giant pussy, lore master.
I was at the time. Let me.
I may be misunderstanding, but have you always been this size?
No, no. I am just human, like you.
Oh.
Well, not you, obviously.
Not
I
me,
was
no.
born, not created in the same way that you were.
I may have also said that wrong. Have you always been taller than most people around you?
Yes,
Okay.
I was
How
29
tall were you at
inches
birth?
when I was born, and I weighed 14 pounds. My
So you
mother
never
is
met your
half
mom?
giant. I was small for giant.
Oh, you're muted, Evie.
For the best, honestly.
My mother was a storm giant, so I was small for giant baby. Just an FYI.
Do you know about the creatures that would be in the sea near the volcanic island?
I would assume anything that is native, but what did you fight? What happened when you took the statue to the ocean?
We were attacked by Marrow, but I was more curious that we came across a Triton named Atreus, and if you would know anything about creatures that would be friendly in there.
I mean, there's merfolk, the Tritons. The Triton village south of Skjornshorn is quite beautiful, actually. Many structures made of natural coral. They have these like sort of shamans or like wave. I don't know what they call them, but they use sort of water-based magic to form the coral in a specific way that makes it quite sturdy, and then you can make buildings out of it and things like that. But it's also living, so it's a huge ecosystem and all sorts of things. So it's quite beautiful, actually.
So the Tritons are friendly, and we should feel safe trusting one.
I would. I mean, if he came to talk to you, then yes. Most Tritons are good. If it was like a Marrow or any of the other culturally bad guys. Oh. Sorry, the Discord is I can't help
I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. Absolutely. Vidar, if you don't have inspiration, you have inspiration now. That is, for those of you wondering what he said. Is it cool if I say it? Is it cool? It's a great joke.
Go for it.
29 inches long when you were born? How tall were you?
I read that and didn't get it until you had to say it out loud.
Oh man, it's all about context. Oh. Lush boss. Okay. Whew. Whew. Now I'm even more hot. That's bad.
Thinking about 29 inches make me hot.
Yeah, you know. I felt it. That's not a... Oh,
Hey, folks, welcome to Dungeons and Dick Jokes.
yeah,
This is,
okay.
that's what's happening tonight.
Woo, yeah, Gray, Gray, you missed one of the funniest things I've ever read in my life. Okay. We're being serious here, guys. This is a serious story. What was that? Oh yeah. There are many creatures that are good. There are many sea creatures that are good, but there are many that are bad. That just depends on what's there. I don't really know. So you could ask him if you want. I've never heard of this person, but then again, we're not actually like related or anything, so.
Can you tell us more about tritons?
Oh, tritons are aquatic creatures. They're usually very nice. I haven't met a triton who's bad so far. The people you have to worry about are some of the aquatic elves. Tritons are sort of offshoots of merfolk, but they have feet and hands instead of like fish tails and things like that. So.
Thank you.
And at least my experience, they're quite nice. So, or good. If you're looking on a scale from good or evil, they're good.
It is reassuring to know that we are not, at least for sure, walking into a trap.
I don't believe so. I don't think you should. I don't think you will.
We are planning on trying to kill a ominous voice in the dark. That by itself might be trap enough.
I mean, realistically, any ancient god that decides to show up deserves to die. Because if they are not part of this world's pantheon, I don't believe they have a place. And
we are of the opinion they are not a god.
Fair. I mean, any god that's self-proclaimed is usually not one. Just saying.
You agree that sometimes somebody will ask you if you're a god, and the answer should always be yes, but it is a dangerous game.
That is true, but there's also something to be said that you have to be confident. And if you ask someone, are you a god, and they immediately say yes, either they are, or they couldn't be farther from it. It's one or the other.
The only two possibilities, really.
Pretty much. I mean, have you ever met someone who said they were God and wasn't that?
I have met one man who decided to say he was not a god. It turns out he was only half god.
Oh, really?
He was also very strong. He could lift very heavy objects. He apparently went to a lower plane of existence full of fire and brimstone to rescue people. He did a lot of roadworks. He had a little goat pig friend that would follow him around, and I believe sounded a lot like a very short actor in plays. DeVito, Danny?
I've heard of that famous actor. He's quite annoying, and he likes to blast, as far as I remember. I believe he had large spectacles that were too big for his face.
The half-god man claimed that his mother was human and his father was a duck. That is how I figured it out.
See, that's not... It does make sense in some ways, but I don't believe that's how this universe or this planet works. This plane exists anyway.
Do we not break out into song every, half hour?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
I mean, I could if you want me to.
Don't promise something you can't deliver on.
I expect the voice to be
a musical number.
Oh, it's so funny that you say that. Okay. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Even if we don't believe this entity is a god, we have heard a lot lately of ascending to godhood. Is it possible that this creature or being is in the process of ascending?
I don't believe so. Because the lore that I've heard is that it all happens at once, and I think they might be a bit late for that. I don't know. It's all rumors. I mean, it's been so long since something like that has happened, so... This actually sort of works.
Real
I'm
this time.
leaving it. Either way, I believe that we just need to be careful about not necessarily who you trust, but where you are.
Does Turf War have an orchestra? Do they practice nearby?
Yeah, no, not that I know of. It's so loud. There we go. Okay.
Well, I think we should probably get going so we can meet up with
Yes.
Atreus and go fight a voice.
Just a normal Thursday.
Indeed.
Vidar thanks Sinhold for the insights into the area.
You're welcome. All right. Well, all of you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. He sort of nods at you and heads back to his house, and then he gets waylaid. The blacksmith sort of comes out and goes, "Doesn't appear to be too much damage. I appreciate it. Anything that you
We did try to take care of it as well as we could.
Well, anything that's done can be reinforced or fixed myself. So at least I know a carpenter who can do such. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I needed to redo most of
thank
the
you.
wheels anyway. So I hope everything went fine. You all look a little damaged or a little sore, but
Mostly.
well, thank you for relieving us of the statue. I don't want to know what would have happened if it stayed here for too long.
In fairness, the statue was also happy to be returned to where it went.
Sure. Whatever that means. And he sort of
I
takes
flip him a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. He takes the cart back to his shop and starts working immediately on it. Are you guys doing anything else while you're in Tour 4?
Nope.
You guys make your way back. I need all of you to make a perception check, please. As soon as you reach the beach uneventfully, passing over the river, it takes you much less time without the cart in tow. Loershik can never make a perception check ever. You reach the place where he was because there's a large red section of sand that's stained with the blood of the tuna, and Atreus is sitting on a large stone. Or basically sitting on the back of his turtle, who has buried himself in the sand. And it's just the very top, the crest of his shell is reaching over the top, and he's sort of sunbathing, laying on his back. Oh, hello! You made it. How was your journey?
Uneventful.
That is the best you could wish for, actually. He stands up and brushes himself off. He had some sand on him, and he pulls out from his back this gigantic spear. It's like a forked spear called a Triton. A triple-tipped spear. They have long rested. They long rested, and then they met with the bounty master, and then they made their way back. It's about early evening by the time you reach the beach. He says, "We can leave now if you wish."
Unless anyone wants to work on their tan, I'm good.
Is it usually
You must be very talented to be able to work on your tan at early evening. It is probably best if we head out immediately.
Fuck off.
The more the voice in the dark calls to creatures of the sea to come to it, the worse off we will be.
That's fair. Before we leave, I have some things for you. I procured them this evening, or I had one of the messengers over, and they gave me these for all of you. For those of you who do not breathe, and for those of you who do, I have this necklace for you. We must sit and attune to it outside the ocean. It will let you breathe, and you can see at your normal visibility in water, because water has some strange effects on the eyes, and it blinds you up to a certain point. And this, with the necklace, it will prevent that from happening. So each of you is going to get, I think it's called a necklace of water breathing. Hold on, let me find it.
To be clear, we only have to attune to it once when we first equip it. It's not like every time we go into water we have to reattune thing.
No, it's not like that. What the heck? I don't know if it exists anymore. There's potions of water breathing.
I'm pretty positive it does, because I'm supposed to be able to make those at some point.
Cap of water breathing. Just take a cap of water breathing. Yes, there are a maximum amount of things you can be attuned to, and the fact that the only person with a real they only each have like one magic item at the moment, except for technician. I think your weapon is the only thing you have to attune to at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think everyone has full slots, and then artificers can have 6 eventually. So that's not broken.
Do I have to attune to my maul?
No.
Oh, so I'm just attuned to the stone then?
Yep. Just to your sending stones, I think. So yeah, it's called Cap of Water Breathing. Is it in... Is it in the items? Cap of Water Breathing, right there. Okay, I'm going to add it to all of you real quick.
All right.
And then, are all of you, I assume all of you are going to attune to it immediately, right?
Yeah, I kind of assume we all sit down and make an attunement circle. It's like a drum circle, but without the drums.
Fair.
I brought an acoustic guitar.
You have an acoustic guitar? So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Vidar, please tell us the story about the Wall of Wonders. Same joke. God damn it.
While they're talking about Wonderwall, I pull out some jerky for our circle.
Okay. There's a cap. Everyone has a cap. So you'll have your normal vision underwater. It is 3. You're normally supposed to have 3. What did you send now?
No, it was literally, you missed it. You were there for that, and you missed it. And you know what? When you go back and you watch the VOD, you'll catch it.
I don't know, man. I'm focused. I'm focused in on getting everything ready. Because my transferring of stuff isn't working. My FTP is broken for some reason, so I'm working on it. There it is. Okay. Or at least this map pack is 200 megabytes, so it's taking forever. I think what we're going to do... Okay, we still have 20 minutes before the break, so that's fine. You guys all attune to the Cap of Water Breathing. Make sure you note that in your thing. Or does it have to be attuned to? No, you don't have to attune to it. You just have to keep it on. That's dope. Just make sure you equip your Cap of Water Breathing.
Does this take the item slot for our helmet?
Why? Do you have a helmet?
No.
There you go.
Plus, it's D&D. Wearing 2 hats is not really out of the norm.
No. And actually, there are rules for layering armor in the rule book. Okay. You guys attune to these caps, And as soon as you all finish attuning in your little circle, and Vidar sings Wonderwall like 25 times.
I thought we didn't have to attune.
No. You guys, you're gonna have a moment to get used to it, because when you put the cap of water breathing on, it's really weird for a second, because you sort of, each of you grow these like sort of gills on your neck, and it just sort of feels awkward for a second, because like you're breathing, but in your neck you're not breathing, and then you sort of get in the water and you check it out, and he oh wow, the music went to Goblin's Cave. Interesting. Water. It's got water dripping. I don't care. It sounds good to me. All of you get into the water, and you're sort of getting used to your water breathing ability. What are all of you? Are you guys doing anything specific? The turtle unburies itself, sort of shakes all the sand off, and goes into the water. And he jumps right behind the neck, and he sort of grabs onto the shell. What are you guys doing?
Kind of do like the look like, is this us getting on? Kind of like, should I follow suit or?
You can get on whenever you're comfortable, because for you, I don't think you breathe. So, you just have to get used to the vision when you get inside. And keep in mind, a lot of the sea creatures will look vicious, but they will not attack us. Okay? I just want you to know this. That we'll see a lot of crazy things, but the majority of them should not be hostile. Because in the majority of cases, we are not the smaller fish.
Yeah. Rap is going to grab onto the turtle.
Okay. You get onto the turtle, and you all start making your way over. Casimir puts his hat on, and he looks hilariously bad with it on. He just looks so awkward wearing a hat, because his hair is like enormous. He's like a huge braided lock on his head, and he sort of wears it, and it's like, what's the name of the uncle in that movie with Chevy Chase, the Christmas movie?
Is it Uncle Buck?
No,
It's an R,
Eddie?
right?
what?
Eddie. That's it.
It's Uncle Eddie, yeah, the guy
Yeah.
with the motorhome in National Lampoon's, what is it, Family Christmas?
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation, that's right. So his hat sort of has the Ushanka like style ear coverings, and it just goes up, and it's like barely on his head. He's like, "This is dog shit. I wish this hat fit me, but it does not. It's okay." He sort of like gets on the turtle, and he's like sort of awkwardly like standing on it, because there's not a ton of room with everybody on it. And you guys get into the water, and it's really, really cold at first, but then it begins to warm up as you get used to it, and you start flowing in and out and toward the island. All of you see, like, essentially the water gets really dark, but then your eyes start getting used to it, and you start looking around. And Evie specifically, since you have such a huge range of dark vision, you see like these giant, you can't really make out what they are, but you see these enormous shadows like move past you guys every once in a while, and you can even feel the current slightly as it passes by you. Clearly whales or some sort of other massive creature under the water. And you guys go down roughly, you basically descend in the water for a long time. And you notice that the water changes temperature the closer that you get to the island. But underwater, you can actually go much faster. It takes you basically the rest of the evening as soon as you reach there. You can't really rest per se. You can sleep, but it's not going to be, the only thing it's going to do is prevent you from getting exhaustion. And that's pretty much it. Because as you get underwater, your guide takes a long silk cloth that he has tied to himself and ties each of you to it. Instead of being like a hempen rope, it's actually made of silk, because wet silk is stronger than most ropes by default. And he ties it to each of you, and that way, if you like get off of the turtle, you're still there. Even if you're sleeping or passed out or unconscious or whatever, he can make sure that you don't get away from him. And that way you can actually sleep like on the turtle and not feel like you're gonna just wander off and die. because you will be required to sleep at least a little bit before you get there. And I assume that those of you who aren't sleeping are going to be holding on to those of you who are sleeping. Because between Lorishik, Casimir, and Evie, you guys have to at least rest for a little bit. For Evie, I assume that you're just going to meditate or lightly do something. And you're flowing through the water, and the temperature rises as soon as you awaken. Because he volunteered. Casimir just straight up goes and is like, "Can you hold me?" And he just sort of holds him by his harness the whole time he's sleeping. Casimir passes the F out immediately. And he's sort of being drugged along by this guy. He's actually holding him by his harness, and he's just flowing in the water. And the second that the water changes temperature, you guys actually notice it immediately and wake up as a result. It gets much warmer, like 15 degrees warmer. And it's all of a sudden. And in the distance, you actually see like little flickering lights. If you'd like to make a perception check, I can give you a little bit more information.
Are we awake and not meditating for this perception check, or is it just
Oops. I turned my video off. My bad.
I guess everyone else did it, so
I clicked the wrong button.
that might be meditating.
That is my second natural 20 in a row.
Fuck. That's crazy.
Both for perception. The nights that I die.
You guys see, well, Lorishek is sleeping very clearly. Evie's clearly sleeping, or at least resting a little bit. Vidar and Technician are wide awake. You're looking forward, and you see giant buildings made of some sort of metal underwater, but they're completely covered in coral and all sorts of other small creatures. It looks like a merfolk village.
I believe that is Murdale in front of us. Vidar.
Vidar kind of nods and kind of pokes at everyone else who is half awake, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of gestures towards it. I would assume that Evie can see better than us.
Oh, yeah.
Not right now, she can't.
I'm awake now.
Oh, okay.
I'm still passed the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Atreus, is this where we are going, or is this just a sight along the way?
This is technically one aspect of, we have to get into a cave to the north, and you can only go through this way.
So we must pass through the Merfolk village. Merville?
I don't know what it's called, but it's... let's just say that the island was not this far-reaching for many years, but they recently had some bad things happen, and now they are closer to the lava than they wish to be. They overheated themselves and dedicated themselves to the voice in the deep. So, just need to be ready. Either we need to pass through it as quickly as possible, or we fight.
I see. Well, then let's move. Then let us move quickly through Merberg.
And with that, I believe we're going to take a 15-minute break, and then we will transfer into the Merfolk village. We will see you guys in 15 minutes. Everyone get new drinks and stuff, and we'll see you then. I'll talk to you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. to Legendary Tales. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you got your stuff back. Where were we? Image. Okay. You guys are heading down to the bottom of the ocean, essentially, and you're coming up on a merfolk village that has recently had apparently a fissure open up into the basically the volcanic area. Atreus. Boop. There he is. Okay, I'm gonna open this. Activate. This beautiful map. There you go. You guys can see the whole map. You're riding on a small dragon turtle. And you are you're going to speed pass through it, or what is your plan?
Yeah, we should move through as quickly as possible, because if we have to fight the voice after this, ideally we don't use up our energy fighting merfolk.
Are we? Is Evie part of the conversation, or is she too busy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ogling Atreus.
All right, rude. I am here.
Atreus is very pretty. Atreus.
All right, describe him.
If you
There's
look
a
at his token,
Yeah, but that doesn't give me everything.
he's like 5'6", well built, wearing a leather vest that shows his arms and like his fins on his arms. He has long white hair, yellow eyes, and he's quite the beautiful smile.
Well, say less. All right.
Does,
yeah, I'm
does
distracted.
he look? Does he look like he would turn around if you accidentally just blurted out Aquaman?
No,
Okay.
he's not Jason Momoa level ripped. He's just fit.
What about?
Oh, you
King?
said 5'6". I figured.
Say again?
What about King? Does he respond to King?
King? No, he does not respond to King. Are you going to try to get him to respond to King?
No.
Okay.
I think we just go through as fast as we can.
Atreus, have you been here before?
Not in a very long time.
Do you think it's safe to go through?
Probably not, considering all of these houses used to be a light shade of green, and now they are red. We are probably looking forward to being attacked by Meryl.
Oh, great. So there's no avoiding that then.
Not really. We just have to pray that that my boy is much faster than them.
How heavy is your boy, Atreus?
Heavy. I
Can
haven't
we-
weighed him, but
Can we polymorph the turtle into something that can fly over this? Or are we underwater right now?
we are very deep underwater. Very, very deep.
Could we just not be as deep? Can we just?
I mean, we have. Do you see at the very end of this fissure, there's a small cave closer to the lava that leads us into the area we need to go into.
Yes, we just go up and over and then down and in.
Let me hypothesize something to you, Atreus. These people would want to fight us, correct?
Yes.
Would they want to fight a dragon turtle that was possibly surrounded by several medium-sized fishes?
Given escort, I don't believe they would be less willing to fight us, I assume.
No, not us. We would be the fishes.
Oh. So hot. No, I believe that would be a major deterrent. Why?
I'm not suggesting you use your top level spell slot, but that would be one way we could take care of this. Because you can polymorph a group of people, right, Evie? I can't remember.
I don't think
Only
so.
polymorph one person.
One
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
It's just one thing.
All right, that doesn't work then. That's my bad.
I believe I have some spells that can work for this. He sort of looks at you guys for a second. Where are you, Atrice? Sorry, guys, give me a second.
I desperately need a nap. Just a good nap.
Coffee, monster.
Coffee, empty. Monster, empty. Mexican Coke, half empty. Still need a nap.
Well, seems like you need to fix your sleep schedule then.
No. I slept great last night. Solid like 8.5
Did you-
hours.
Did you go to bed before 3 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well before.
all right.
Like 1.
All right, I
Do
apologize.
you need a nap because you're cranky?
I think it's because I'm old. I guess what's the difference?
Okay.
You still haven't told us who Rocksteady and Bebop are, Ryan. So, you know.
I feel like that's a song I'm supposed to like. Yeah.
Nope.
Like Salt and Pepper. Peppa.
No helping, chat. No helping.
Okay.
Google.
Trace is going to he's going to cast Fog Cloud on everyone and sort of make a sort of cloud of smoke around you guys. It will give you a chance to stealth your way through. What we're going to do is we're going to make a group stealth check.
Do I get to roll that one?
Everybody gets to, and then we'll take the majority, basically whoever succeeds together. We're going to take the highest, but if you all fail or like get really low, we're going to take that number. So everyone make a stealth check.
This sounds bad.
Okay. Let's do your boy.
I only rolled a 20 with a plus 11.
Your stealth bonus is what I rolled.
Okay, where is it? There's Casimir. Good news is instead of Pass Without Trace, we're going to say Fog Cloud in water is going to act as Pass Without Trace and add 10 to each of your rolls. We're not going to go off of 15. We're going to be going off of the lowest number that the rest of you rolled, which is going to be essentially a 24 from Technician. And if any of the marrow in the houses or other residing creatures gets a 24 or higher, they will see you. What we're going to do is we're going to go one step at a time. The speed, we're going to go, he is going to double action swim every turn. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And he's going to go 80 feet. So right over there. So now we passed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tritons. So we're going to roll
Tritons or
Marrows, sorry. That's 5. Actually, I'm realizing now that they physically can't get up to a 24. The regular Tritons cannot get physically to a 24. However, neither can the Shallow Priests. Let's see, can this creature
We
do
passed
it?
her without question.
Uh-oh. So you're going to get to about right here. And then all of these creatures are going to get a chance. Oh, they have blind sight. They are going to guaranteed see you.
Unless we preemptively sort of make ourselves less visible to them by using the dragon turtle as cover.
Fair. They will see the dragon turtle either way.
True.
Oh, wait. Here's what we'll do. If one of you gets a 25 on perception, I'll let you see that these creatures exist and you can move out of the way. Everybody
So
roll
we're all
perception.
rolling perception?
Yep.
Okay.
There it is. In this big cave over here, there are... Sorry, my observer is fucked up. Let me move up. There are 9 giant lightning eels in this giant building over here. So, as a result, all of you move this way out of their line of sight, and they're just sort of like sitting there, squirreling about as eels do. And you successfully move past the merfolk village. Successfully. Good work.
Stealth
We're
and
not
perception.
sushi today.
The 2 things I can actually roll. Got him.
Got him!
This might be the first case of support rogue.
At the very bottom of this trench, there's a large cave that you immediately go through. I need all of you to make a perception check, please. I know it's a lot of perception checks, but that's how I play the game. Don't hate on me. Holy shit. What? You get to the bottom, you start moving toward the bottom of the fissure, and a huge, a faint noise of a pipe organ is heard.
It is a musical.
Under the sea.
I feel like this is more like Pirates of the Caribbean pipe organ from the bad ship.
Spoilers.
Flying Dutchman.
That's a fair assumption.
Flying Dutchman or Black Pearl?
No, the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, right. Oregon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Davy Jones's ship, which is crewed by the damned, and everybody's covered in barnacles and tentacles.
Give me 1 second.
I'm covered in barnacles and tentacles, but they're not mine.
Sorry, I'm trying to find out the exact variation of
You
this
should
map.
stop going to that sushi place, really.
Yes, I know. And you guys open up, and the entryway is too small for the dragon turtle to fit, so it just sort of plugs up the hole with its body and pushes you guys inside. What are you guys doing? Actually, give me a second. I just need to add everyone to the map, and then we'll be good. So airship, technician, steel defender, Evie, Vidar, and then we move on to this map. In front of you, there's a massive, like almost pipe organ worth of coral spitting out giant black plumes of smoke.
Are there actually jellyfish floating around?
There are.
I pull out my jellyfishing net.
What? What are you guys doing?
We don't have time for peanut butter and jellyfish sandwiches.
So we heard. We heard the organ being played.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see anybody playing the organ?
Nope.
Is it obvious which direction it's coming from, or is it just kind of all around?
It's a little bit all around, but the giant pipe coral that's pumping out these black plumes of almost inky nature appear to be automated because you can't see anyone.
I'm gonna ask a Trace if, since we don't know what the voice of in the dark sounds like, if this is even remotely related to the thing calling out to creatures.
From what my scouts say that I sent in here earlier, it is somewhere nearby. Is the way to the voice in the dark. So I do not know. I know that it is past this. Somewhere. What are you guys doing?
Rep is going to move up. Try to get a better look at this pipe organ that is spewing.
Is everyone moving with him?
I'm gonna move like against the coral, but moving up.
Yeah, me doing what
Everything in
Evie
here-
does on the other side.
Okay. Everything appears to be bioluminescent and generating quite a bit amount of light that you can see most everything. Hold on. Give me a second. As soon as you get up on this, a very hideous laughter meets your ears and it sort of echoes in the cave. Deep breath accompanies it.
A Trace. Does that sound like the voice?
It does not. The voice is much deeper. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Can I Kratz and Grits that one?
Absolutely. Okay. You feel the pull of something, and all at once, all of you hear a monotone vibration coming through the cavern and echoing off of every surface into your head. Not just your head, but the back of your neck feels like your spine, where your spine meets the back of your head, and all the way down your spine is being vibrated to your very core.
That didn't feel good.
Does that more sound like the voice in the dark?
That is absolutely it.
Then we are on the correct path.
Unfortunately. What else are you doing? Are you doing anything else?
Moving up again.
I'm looking around the outsides for like other doorways into other areas to try to, or if this organ is like the only thing that we can really look at in the area.
It appears the organ is the only thing in the area.
Can I investigation for like some secret doors or something? Since
Sure.
clearly there's something else in here.
Absolutely. Let me move. Oh, what the heck? I just don't want your guys' tokens going out of the way. Oh my god, what? You can see that in the middle of the coral, the ground on the very base of it is sort of cracked in a very strange manner. In a way that it could potentially open up to be a door.
Where is that at? Like right in front
Right
of the
here,
organ? Or?
right here. Where my cursor is. Like this area.
I point this area out to the rest of the group, and I say, "It seems that there's nothing in this room, but how about this over here? It seems like it may be a door."
Yeah,
I'd like
someone
Bedard
go check it out.
question how he saw that from where he's standing.
Very
There
carefully.
are bubbles, and the bubbles are being lit by some sort of light underneath it. And as soon as you get up there, the laughing gets very loud. And from behind the organ, a bunch of bright yellow tentacles begin to wrap around the coral organ.
Vidar, I believe there's something behind the organ.
Indeed, it would seem so. We need to figure out if that is the voice we are trying to meet, or just somebody in the way.
All right. Perhaps gonna try the old standby. Hello.
Okay. These two are going to move up behind you guys. Are you going to stay over there, Evie?
Yeah.
As soon as you say hello, a very large, nearly crustacean with tentacles appears directly above it.
I'm so shiny.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
She looks down on you and says, "What creatures are these?"
Just we are normal aquatic creatures at the moment.
Make a deception check for me, please.
This is not going to go well.
She looks down on you and just giggles
At
to
the moment.
herself.
Like I said, we cannot be any more aquatic than this. We are literally surrounded by water.
You may be in water, but you are not of its nature. And she spits a gigantic, like she has a little like a veil or like a skirt of tentacles that goes around. You can clearly count between 16 and 20 tentacles. They're just sort of gyrating around her as she spits a giant black cloud of ink and jets towards you. And she gets down, sort of swaying, and looks down at you. And this creature essentially is a huge crab body with a humanoid head on it that appears to have like some sort of carapace all over it. And then the bottom half of her is a giant yellow bioluminescent mess of tentacles. And then she has 2 enormous crab claws for hands. But underneath the crab claws, you can actually see like humanoid hands like doing all sorts of strange movement.
What can we call you?
My name is Jailith. And she sort of has this very strange twitchy movement as she looks to each of you.
Can I detect to see if she's actually like in control of herself in any way?
What a cool question. Absolutely. Are you looking to see if she's under enchantment or something?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check, please. She definitely is not natural, but you can tell that her body was created magically, and she's been melded with it. But she is 100% in control of her faculties.
I look around at the group and say, she is not natural.
She's looking at each of you. She looks at each of you individually, is like looking you up and down with her twitchy movement. And her eye sockets have these little red lights in them. And they appear to be moving individually to look at each of you. And she looks down and she says, "What is your purpose here?"
Did you hear that large vibration just now?
For me, it is a constant attribute of this area.
We have come to investigate. We heard it. It called to us. We are here to investigate.
Are you talking about the Master of the Dark?
We're not sure.
How can you not be sure if you come to investigate something so specific?
As you pointed out, we are not necessarily native to water. While it speaks to many and speaks to us, we do not yet understand its message.
And you shall, as you get closer to it. But I cannot let you get closer to him.
Why not?
Because it is the will of the Master of the Dark.
Is the master of the dark or the master of you?
You could say they are one in the same.
I ask her if she's okay. Are you hurting?
All the time.
Can we help?
No.
What pains
The voice
you?
of the master appears to cause you pain.
Always.
What would
Would it
happen
not be
if the voice
wonderful
stopped?
to live without this pain?
The only way to live without the pain is to die. You cannot live without the pain. It exists for all of us.
Are goldfish too stupid to feel pain? Random question.
I don't know.
I do know that clams have no central nervous system. Despite what most people think, it is okay to eat them. They cannot feel pain. They have no face. They have no ears. They have no eyes to cry clam tears.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm. I kind of want to keep trying to talk this thing into letting us help it not be in pain anymore, but it seems like we might be barking up the wrong tree there.
If we're not allowed to get any closer to the master, which direction are we not allowed to go?
She looks at you. And then she looks straight down. And then looks back up at you.
What can you tell us about this pipe organ?
It is a beautiful creation of the Master of the Dark. The oceans will be drowned in ink. And as you're...
Surely that would be more harmful to people like you.
No. Never. He would not harm us, except imbue us with his power.
His presence and his voice appear to be harming you right now.
It's
and
a
it's okay.
price
You don't have to say it if you can't.
It's a price you pay for power. And she starts clicking her claws really fast.
What power has he given you?
With that, she takes like a big deep breath in. You can actually see a bunch of bubbles because like the water here is constantly bubbling up from tiny fissures in the ground. And you can see that she takes in a load of water and then she screams. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please. And put yourselves in combat.
Do I get it at advantage for being far away?
I will give... no, because water makes sound worse for you.
Jesus, guys.
How many nat 20s did I...
You told us to roll for initiative, right?
Yeah, yes. Put yourselves in combat and roll for initiative, please.
And wisdom saving throw.
Yep. No, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Constitution saving throw. Got it. I'm going to also Flash of Genius that Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I guess I'll use my crossing guards.
Okay. None of you dropped to 0 hit points. Of course, she has a 4. And Atreus gets a 5, and Casimir gets... Of course, you know, that's just the best thing ever. Constitution saving throw, normal, 20. Okay, Casimir, just keep doing you, my guy. Atreus is... Oh, no. Atreus immediately falls unconscious. And he starts drifting off away from you.
Evie, he needs mouth to mouth.
Well, let me put the thing open and we'll get combat started. Let's go and hit that. Loershik.
Hello.
It's your turn.
I walk up to her.
Okay.
And I start beating the shit out of her with my maul.
Go ahead.
But before I do that, I'm going to use. What is it called? I'm going to use
Fighting spirit.
Spirit. And the temporary HP lasts until it goes away, right? It's
Yep.
not for the turn. All right. Okay. All right. I swing once with my maul. Roll for attack. Advantage. I think I hit the fuck out of her.
Absolutely.
And then I swing again because I'm awesome. I think I hit her again.
Holy shit, yeah. Okay.
And I give her the finger because it's fun.
Okay. Are you doing anything else? That was your action, bonus action. Yep. I think that's it for you, right?
Yep.
That brings us to Technician.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
That's a hit.
All right. And extra attack.
Yep. You notice you're taking, basically cracking her carapace just a little bit every time you hit her. Anything else? You got a little boy there. Little doggo.
Yep. We're going to tell Defender to attack.
Okay.
And there we go.
Flanking.
So attacks at advantage or?
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
Dang. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay.
Defender did more damage than me.
He did.
All right. Yeah, that's everything.
All right. That goes to Evie.
I'm gonna use cast Fireball, but change it with a spell point. Oh, am I close enough?
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured I was. Okay.
I was just measuring out of curiosity. You're 65 feet, so you could
Cool.
be at the very edge of this map and nearly be there.
I have 0 of 0 spell slots on everything.
Did you take a long rest when
Yep.
we were supposed to take a long rest?
I
Zero
did.
out of 0?
Yep,
Yeah.
0 out of 0.
What the heck?
Hmm.
It must be the new update. Hold on. Let me verify what it should be on D&D Beyond, and I'll fix it. Oh, they might have changed the way the character sheets work. So give me a second. I apologize. I just want to make sure I get the right. So you have 4 first level, 3 second, 3 third, 1 fourth. 4, 40. What? No. 4, 4. 3, 3. 3. Oh, 1. 1. Okay. We should be good now.
Well, so I'm gonna cast Fireball at 3rd level and use. Hello.
Oh, you are not within range. You'd have to move a little bit farther. I didn't know that. Oh, counterspell?
No, Fireball. Is it not? It 150 feet.
Oh, well, you clicked counterspell.
My bad.
Try a fireball this time. There you go.
And then I believe it's this one. Yeah. And I'll take off sorcery points, so do that manually. Alright. Do that here.
Okay, what type of damage would you like to change it to?
Lightning.
Okay, so she needs to make a dexterity saving throw. 1. Okay.
Cool. Damage.
Damage. Do damage. Okay. That wasn't awful. Wasn't good.
So, do we all die now?
No.
Okay.
It's a ball of lightning in water. You're not wearing metal armor. Your weapon is made of stone.
Not every fish in the ocean dies when the lightning touches the ocean.
True.
There's a radius.
I'm going to thank everybody that I know that water is actually not a very good conductor.
And technically speaking, it's also touching the ground, so it's immediately grounded.
Yeah.
So
I also looked this up after our cave incident where everyone was terrified of me casting fireball in a cave. According to the rules, it literally only affects stuff in the circle that it happens in. So don't worry about me casting this in weird places.
Yep.
Unless you have a vindictive DM that's going to say, "Oh, the cave collapses."
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not that. Whatever. If that prevents you from having fun, I'm absolutely not doing that.
The air pressure pushes a pocket of fire just directly at everybody that was involved.
Yeah, depressurizing that much ocean would be the main issue, I think. Depressurizing that much water would probably create more of an issue than the actual lightning damage would, if it mattered. But it doesn't, because it's magic. Who gives a shit? That being said, are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. Vidar?
Yep, I'm gonna do the standard stabby stab.
You within range? Yep.
Do I get advantage?
Yes. It does not hit.
And all the more stabby stabs.
Okay. Oh.
Yikes.
You miss. It's not that you miss both of them. It's just you try and throw them at her, and she just sort of like. They just sort of hit the carapace and then bounce off and dissipate. Casimir is going to rage. Let me make sure I use a rage charge. And when he rages, he's going to give himself a tail. Gonna run up. He's gonna reckless attack 2 times. Where are you, Great Axe? Public. There's 1 reckless attack and a second reckless attack. The second attack misses. The damage is 16. This is supposed to be revealed to... Oh, these are supposed to all be revealed, but it didn't work. Okay. So he deals 16 slashing damage. Oh, it's supposed to add 3 to it. 19. Okay. It is, that is his whole turn. Atreus is at 0 hit points and dying, so he has to make a death saving throw. Wait, what the heck? Slash 18. He has 1 successful death saving throw. That brings us to Jayuth. Okay. It's going to do 1 crab claw at Loershik. Crab.
Evie, cast rubber bands.
What's your AC, Loershik?
Higher than your roll. 16.
All right, she does hit you for 25 points of damage.
Oh shit.
And then Casimir's getting one. Actually, you know what? Hey, technician, what's your AC?
19.
24 to hit. Does that hit you?
That hits me. Her shield is a reaction.
Shield is a reaction. Would you like to use it?
I would like to use it.
It's still
I
gonna
have
hit
to-
you
I have
because
to
you only
do
get plus
so
5.
many things.
You only get plus 5 to AC.
You said it was 24, though.
Yeah. Does it get plus
Yeah,
6
I
or
know.
plus 5?
It gets plus 5, but
So it's
wait,
meet
what?
or beat.
I have no spell slots either, apparently.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
I will
solving.
also be making a reaction when he's done with his reaction.
You're gonna attack Sentinel.
Yep.
Just go ahead and do that right now.
Okay.
You have 4 and 3.
I think I hit her.
Yes. 4. 3. 3. Okay. There you go. You should be good now, right?
Yes. So, yeah, 24, and you say she rolled a 24?
She rolled exactly 24.
Okay. I'm going to consume it anyway.
It's fair. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Baby shark. Do, 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 do.
Don't do that. And that will be her turn. Lorishik.
So I started blasting.
Blast.
I'm going to fighting spirit again.
Okay. You have advantage because
Sure
of
do.
Steel Defender.
Oh. So I'm not going to fighting spirit then.
Okay. You can give yourself that fighting spirit back. I got you.
Thank you. I think I hit.
You did. You definitely hit.
I'm gonna attack again. I hit again.
Jesus, dude.
And since I didn't use my fighting spirit, I'm going to use action surge. That's okay.
Go ahead. Attack 2 times.
I still keep advantage because of
You do?
what's-his-face.
That's a
Right.
hit. Okay. That's a hit.
Cool.
All right.
I give her the finger again. So is a special a bonus?
Which one specifically are you talking about?
Actions is action surge says it's a
No,
special and not a
action
bonus.
surge is just a special action. It's its own thing.
So can I use my bonus then to use a potion?
Absolutely.
I will do that.
She's developing cracks in her carapace everywhere. Wow. Poor healing rolls, always. Anything else?
I just accidentally set my health to 5. I don't remember what it was before.
It was whatever you had minus 25, wasn't it? Or
It
22?
was 67 plus 5 for the temp minus whatever her attack was on me.
Minus 25. She only did 25 damage to you. So whatever your total hit points is, minus 20.
Okay. So 47.
And then it should be 52.
Yep, got it. Thank you.
Okay. That brings us to Technician.
Yeah, we are gonna find a rock on the ground and
There are many
cast
rocks.
Yeet. Dex saving throw.
11. She failed.
Okay. 16 damage. And then bonus action, instruct Steel Defender to attack again.
Roger. Advantage.
You know what? I realized I haven't been doing. There we go.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. All right, that's me
Anything
then.
else? All right, Evie.
Nope.
I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna use this.
You can't.
Oh, why?
Because he's not
we
here.
killed off Callum last week.
Callum.
Oh, that uses Callum. Okay,
Yep.
you can just remove it then.
Actually, hang on, real quick. So I used my reaction to cast shield when I was attacked by Gilith.
Mm-hmm.
That was on her turn, so we went back to the top of the order. We're
Yep.
at a new turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. Flash of Genius is a reaction to assist.
Oh, natural one is always a failure. Period.
Oh.
Period.
Okay.
So
I tried.
You don't have to. Don't use that.
Yeah. All right.
So you shoot out your chaos bolt with much confidence, and it flies off to the side, and hits one of the pipe organ tubes, and immensely increases the amount of ink that's being poured into the water.
I can help, guys.
That brings us to Vidar.
Will I get half movement in water, or are we good to get?
You're
full
good to
movement?
go.
I'm going to swim over to our best friend and dump a potion on him.
Okay. How much healing do you do? 7. That's actually not too bad. He
He does 0 because you just splashed it on him instead of making him drink it.
He's a fish person. He'll get in the gills. It'll work.
he awakens with a shudder. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use
You
my
gonna swing away?
action for stab.
Stab away? That does not hit. Are you doing anything else, or?
Nope, I'm done.
Casimir is going to recklessly attack 2 more times. Reveal, attack, advantage. Okay, Casimir. That's one way to do it, my guy. And he does hit with the second one.
Isn't the second one supposed to be a crit since he rolled a 20?
No,
it's an
the
attack.
first
Sorry.
one is his attack, yeah. The first one was a crit. The second one is just a regular hit. And both of these are +3. Does this work? Apply damage? Oh my god, it does. What the fuck? Apply damage. That's crazy!
So if you target something before you do it, you can just apply the
You
damage.
can
to it?
right click on the thing in the chat and say, I can apply damage for you.
That's awesome.
What? And I can also have it apply healing. Okay. Everything just got easier for me. Ah! Sorry, I'm having a moment. And then we do another -6 because it doesn't have his rage damage on there. Okay. And I believe that is it for him. Atreus is going to wake up. He's going to swim upward. And, what is this? Reach 5 feet. Reach range 60 feet. Okay. He's gonna use. Apparently he can. Oh, okay. Yes. Yep. He can make it. He swims up. I want that song on again because that last song was fucking dope. dark.
It's because it was being played on a didgeridoo.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Attack. Nat 20. Fucking what? He basically brings up this huge sort of like lightning arc and slices through her with it. And it did loads of damage. Like, he crit with it. There you go. Okay. That brings us to her turn. She's going to target Casimir with both attacks because she gets advantage on both because he was being reckless as fuck. Oh no. Oh. Okay, 2 nat 20s against Casimir.
Am
I allowed to react?
it's too late to that. Well, it is a reaction. It is a reaction.
Oh, okay. I will let you choose the first one or the second one.
First one.
Okay, I'll re-roll that. I'm perfectly fine with re-rolling that because that is fucked. Okay. Just normal. She misses. Okay, so she crits once. Would you like to react?
Yeah, do I react to both attacks or just the one that lands, or how does that work?
Just the one that lands.
Okay. So if she had landed both, I'd be able to sentinel twice.
No, you can only use your reaction. That's all. You only get one reaction.
Got it. Okay.
And it's on any attack. If it hits or misses, doesn't matter.
And this is still at advantage because it's still defenders,
Yes.
all right?
Yep. Okay.
That sounded like a lot of dice, but I don't know if that was real.
Yeah. Okay.
The 17 hit.
Yes. You do damage. She turns to Casimir and does 83 points of damage to him. And it's halved because he's resistant to physical damage. And I rolled 7 10s on 8d10.
Damn.
The patch notes said that they messed with dice rolls.
I literally was 1 dice away from maxing damage, and that would have been nuts. So what's half of that is... I've never rolled that well in my life on any stream ever. Never in a million years have I ever rolled.
I am so...
We've had a lot of crits and a lot of max rolls, and I think this entire episode is making up for basically episodes 1 through 4.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Lorishik has not
3 times.
Lorishik has not missed an attack, which is fantastic. Speaking of Lorishik, it's your turn, sir.
Oh, I get to attack more. Fantastic. I am going to beat the shit out of her with my
Do
maul.
it. Do it. That's a hit. Paint me a picture. Oh, do the damage. Do the damage. Oh my god. Mediocre. Mediocre. Okay.
She's a giant crab, is that what you said?
She's like a giant
Like
crab,
crab,
jellyfish, octopus, humanoid thing. Like an amalgam of like all terrifying sea creatures.
And her tentacles have like hands, like puppeteering them inside?
No, she has the crab claws are there, but like inside the crab claws, you can see like little openings that have like little humanoid hands in them.
Got it. while she's in her attack, I bring my maul up and come straight down on the part that like attaches to her giant meaty claw and
Okay.
attempt to sever it.
You literally you
what's
hit the
inside.
joint and it cracks open the claw, and the claw sort of falls off with a bunch of inky blood running out of it, and you can see her hand, and her hand is sort of like misshapen and like carapace covered, where there's like little tentacles coming out of where her hand was, but it's almost like her hand got turned into a carapace, like solidified almost. And she screams, ah! And then you can see like the sort of like she has like little red lights for eyes, for like little beady eyes, and the light sort of flickers off and on, and then black ink blood starts to come from her eye sockets and like all of her joints as she sort of starts to float off motionless into the ocean. And as that happens, the fissure in the ground, the whole thing begins to crack open, and at the same time all the water that's a little bit warmer floods into a cooler area, whoom, and sucks everybody into it. Even Evie, all the water begins to suck you into it as the little fissures open underneath you, and all of you, oh dang it, oh, it's fine, I'll fix it, get sucked into a gigantic open room with a huge throne on it. I need all of you to make perception checks, please. Sorry, I'm looking for the right.
Could we be worse? Like in general, just could we be worse?
Yeah. There's the answer to that is always yes.
I mean, this is one way of finding out that the new Foundry release didn't break rolling.
It did. It's just perceptions are always bad and attacks are always good. If you're a fighter.
If you're a fighter, yeah. If you're supposed to be good at perceptioning and you're a rogue, it works. Otherwise, you get the useless perception rolls credit.
If you're supposed to be good at it, you are. Otherwise, you're just trash. Period.
Yes, perceptioning.
Let me make sure my grid is good.
Are there a bunch of like tribal men sitting around in circles, playing their didgeridoos in the throne room?
Yep.
Nice. Roll your eyes harder at me, Day Day. I feel it.
I wasn't rolling my eyes at you. I was going to make a joke about how the tribesmen that are playing the didgeridoos and drums are sitting in a circle and are upset that 1% of fish are eating all of the food. It was too far of a stretch, though, so I left it. Until you pointed out I was rolling my eyes at myself. And
I walk
forced
up
me
to
to
the
explain
men in
it
the
at knife
circle and
point.
offer him some jerky.
Give me 1 second. What the fuck is going on? My computer is not having it. Sorry.
I'm also slightly trying to figure out why my wall goes back and forth between being palely lit and occasionally just turning hellscape lit. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
It seems like the light from that source right behind you, which looks like maybe a window, as it gets darker, the wall gets brighter.
That's a stairwell.
Interesting.
Yeah. In fact, the windows are here.
Create. Okay, I need to do token. Okay. You arrive in this giant, near like a throne room, but it appears to be like very dark and It just feels awful to exist in it, and there's a constant buzzing noise. Where the heck? There it is. Okay, save. Sorry, I just need to put a character on the board. Right on top of the throne. And then I need to put Evie, SD, Tech, Vidar, Lorishik, and then Casimir. And Atreus sort of limps along with you guys. Here we are. You arrive in this giant, dark throne room. There's a very tall woman dressed in black robes looking up as a pale blue light comes from above. She's looking up, not facing you. What are you doing?
Are we still in initiative?
No. You are not.
I'm gonna drink a health potion.
Rip Rap is going to sort of look over at Lord Chick and say, I introduced us to the last one.
I'm gonna ask Atreus if he has all the things that he needs to survive this fight, if there is one.
He looks at you as he's drinking a fairly decent, a little bit bigger healing potion than you guys have, but he is drinking a healing potion.
I looked around to the group and say, does anyone know why they would need a bridge underwater?
I do not.
So, meta question, are we allowed to just swim into the vast expanse, or is that a find out type of thing?
You can try.
Okay. I think Defender should go first.
I guess I am introducing us to this one as well. And Rep Rap and Defender are going to start moving up. And Rep Rap is going to drink a health potion too.
I'm just gonna move up to the entrance of the bridge and like stand by the light. Swim, float by the light.
Sure. So you're just sort of floating by the light.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me, please. As you're doing that, you're sort of looking and you can sort of see into the abyss, and you can see these giant shadows like undulating in the shadow underneath.
Mm.
And these like glowing luminescent fish are sort of floating around you, and every once in a while one of their lights just immediately pops out and just disappears.
We might want to avoid the depths there.
Noted. Hello, Master of the Dark.
She turns around slowly.
Oh.
And looks at you, and her face is very pale but covered by that sort of moonlight, like moonlight-esque light. And she begins to step towards you, slowly, one step at a time. And as she does this, you can almost hear the bones in her body begin to crack and splinter echoing through the water as her mouth begins to gape open. And this awful, utter, like, muddled scream begins to echo from her body as her visage turns more fish-like as you're looking at her. And her mouth opens, and her teeth begin to form into these huge spikes that come from her jaw, and she begins to take on a very predatory look. And you can hear her going, and then she begins to sound as if she's drowning, and it's awful. And you can see that her blood begins to turn an inky black as she begins to step towards you. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm gonna cross and grits mine and Flash of Genius Eevee's.
Okay. So Evie saves.
Okay. Where is my...
You save.
Okay.
Vidar, you feel that vibration goes out through the chamber again, and you all hear... and it feels you. But Vidar, you are shaken to your very core, and your vision begins to blur, and from the outside going inward, there's a huge shadow tentacle mass beginning to overtake your vision. What are you doing?
I'm going to hopefully be able to say, I think something is taking me. And kind of draw attention to the fact that I'm struggling here.
What's everyone doing? As he says that.
Did we hear him?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over and try to grab him.
As you get closer to him, you can see that outside of his, like from inside of his mouth, little black tentacles are starting to appear, like made of ink, are coming out of his mouth and out of his eye sockets and his ears, and basically all of his open areas. The black tentacles appear to be emulating and beginning to force their way out of his body.
I kind of freak out and, like, at first trying to, like, stop it, but then realizing they're coming out of everywhere, just, like, back up one step because I feel like they're coming towards me.
I gently bonk him on the head. With my fist, just bonk. And say, snap out of it.
You hit him in the head, and like where you bonked him, like the plates separate and a tentacle starts to appear.
Don't hit him again.
I step back.
One be bonk.
Your vision is overtaken by a giant black mass, Vidar. And now, give me one moment. Where did I put that, or what did I name that token? I have a token for this, but I don't remember what I called it. There it is. Directly in front of you. Is it here? The sort of priestess that was moving towards you is no longer, like, as you guys are all looking back. Did anyone watch her at all or no?
Yeah, technician was.
She is transformed into a gigantic anglerfish and is slowly swimming towards you. At this point, we are going to enter combat. I need all of you to enter combat. We're gonna go
Okay.
back. We're gonna go back to that creepy shit again because that was good. Actually, you know what? This might be a bit loud, so we're gonna turn it down. Okay. Oh, let's go. And as soon as she transforms, Vidar, at the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw to try and force yourself out. But for the time being, you are blinded, deafened, muted, and basically you can only move. And at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw to try and break out. Sound good? Okay. So, since she gets to go first, she's going to move. What the heck is going on here? I wish I could
Don't
set
Casimir and what's his face need?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I have 10,000 characters happening all at once.
It's okay.
Thank you for telling me, Casimir, you suck. Okay, so Priestess of Dark is, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see everything. Is going to take a dash action, and her swim speed is 50. And as she approaches you, Technician, you can physically feel a charge to the water with her. And at the same time, it's not a normal anglerfish. You know how they're usually like cataract and fogged over and everything?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
physically see human eyes on there. And her teeth are spiked, but underneath her teeth, you can see a set of human teeth all the way around the anglerfish mouth that just have little spikes growing off of them. And you can see that
Angler dentata. Got it.
Yep. You can literally see a combination. She looks like a human anglerfish combination.
That's not horrifying and definitely won't keep me up for 3 days. Not at all.
Okay. What are you doing? It is, yep, that was her action.
It's her turn. I'm
It's
waiting for the laws of time and space to
Low
catch
air
up to me.
chick,
That's all.
go.
Can I hold my action to assist Vidar with his wisdom saving throw? Is that allowed?
How do you propose you're gonna do that? I want you to
Violent shaking.
Or bonking.
Okay. So you're literally gonna take your whole action to violently shake Vidar to give him advantage on the wisdom saving throw. Okay, so move over to him. And that's your action. You're literally just violently shaking the shit out of him to try and help him.
Love it.
Atreus has 30 feet of movement. He's going to dash action to get up next to you to try and help as well. Where was that really scary one that we were listening to? Here we go. Okay. That's Atreus, Vidar. At the end of your turn, you're finished.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Make a wisdom saving throw at advantage, please. What?
I'm pretty sure there's nothing else I can really do, right?
No, not at all. Have you used your Cause and Grits yet?
Yeah, can I inspiration that?
I will let you absolutely inspiration that.
So just re-roll it
Yep.
again? At advantage again?
Yep. You break out, violently shaking, and the ink sort of dissipates away from you, and you get like this nasty, like, for lack of a better term, old seaweed taste in your mouth. It tastes awful. As you wake up. And that's the end of your turn. So we'll go on to Evie. Evie, he's violently shaken. There's a human. Oh, yeah, and then the fins on the anglerfish are actually just widened fingers that have been given, like, sort of webbing in between them. And then the back fin of the fish is actually 2 feet melded together that have sort of flattened out, and you can even see the toenails and the fingernails and everything. Evie, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action first and send out the hound.
The Hound of Vilhomen! Dire Wolf!
And just drop them, like, to the, yeah, like there. And I'm gonna do the old lightning bolt. Hang on, let me make sure I have the right amount of spell points for this. Yeah, I do. Sorcery points.
A lightning bolt or a lightning...
A fireball.
Lightning fireball.
Lightning fireball.
You're gonna put it somewhere where only he'll take damage, right? Is that the point?
Yeah, and he has disadvantage on the saving throw because of the hound.
Fair.
1 second, let me get that. And
It's a girl anglerfish.
that.
Yep. The female anglerfish are much larger. It's only my favorite sea creature.
Right. 2 sorcery points left.
Okay.
Did you roll the saving throw?
I have not rolled the saving throw yet. Give me a second. Failed.
Right.
That's damage. Not a single one in that roll. That's pretty good. Okay. I believe, are you doing anything else? Bonus actions? Anything?
No, the hound was the bonus action, so I'm good here. Well, I mean, I'm close to Vidar and Lorishik, so I'll just call over to Vidar and be like, you okay?
Kind of out of it, but kind of vaguely nodding. Yes, maybe.
We'll see.
All right. Casimir raging. Action. Double move. Wait, can he make there with 40 feet? Nope. He's gonna go over here. Yep, he's raging. So he's didn't get to attack, but he'll be there. Technician.
Yep, totally was prepared. Yep, totally.
If you fire
flanked?
crossbow in melee range, you have disadvantage.
But flanked, right? So regular.
Yeah, I'll let you have that. It is fucking
Okay.
huge. So that's a hit.
And
Are you targeted?
I am not. That's my bad.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. And one more again.
Disadvantage. Oh wait, no, yep, you're normal. Never mind. You hit. Perfect. Bonus action?
Melee range. Yeah, I was gonna move, but that's an awful idea. Right, we're going to instruct defender to attack as well, and do this. With advantage, right?
Yes.
Flanked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
17.
That's a hit. Is he target? Yeah.
Yeah.
There are children down here?
Yep. I
Scary.
hate the fact that it doesn't keep going. This one's 5 minutes, so that's a little bit better. Okay, that brings us to Priestess of Dark. What does the hound? Hold on, I need to see what that hound development actually. Oh, the hound gets its own initiative, right?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to say again.
Oh, it should have gone at the end. So it's going to. Oh yeah, pack tactics also gives everyone advantage. It missed in its attack. Okay. On the priestess of dark. It's going to use a bite attack. Against Technician. Let's go ahead and target you. And I might be able to even do damage to you guys automatically. And then it also has a tail swipe. Need to be on monsters. Where is it? Okay, it gets 2 bites. So it's gonna bite Technician twice and then use a tail swipe against the Hound of Ill Omen. Does it have disadvantage when it attacks? Is that...
I don't think it has a disadvantage on attack. I think
Saving
it
throws.
has, yeah, just saving throws.
And against any spell you cast. That's so dope.
It does have disadvantage.
Oh, because of Defender?
Yes.
Roger. So the first bite...
Just on one of them, yeah.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. So it has disadvantage, yep. 13 does not hit you, does it?
Nope.
Second attack at normal. What's your AC?
19.
Does not hit. And then the tail against Defender. Doesn't hit either. Man, rolling really poorly. All right. It is Loershik.
I move up. Can I hit them from this?
Yep,
spot?
absolutely, absolutely. One square around the whole thing counts. Make sure you target it, please.
Targeted.
Right, double right click.
Yeah, I already did. Do you not see it?
No,
I'll have to reset.
I don't see it, but it's I see it on the observer, which is perfectly good.
Cool. I am going to attack it. I assume I get double advantage because of flanking and...
You get advantage.
Damn it.
There is no double advantage.
I assume that hits.
That's a hit. Yep.
I assume that hits.
That's a hit. Okay.
And because it's a giant fishy, I'm going to Hungry Jaws.
Roger. Bonus action. Hungry Jaws. Okay. There you go.
Plus 3. And I give it the finger.
Fair. And that brings us to your Houndeville Omen is going to bite. Pack Tactiques. 24 to hit. 11 damage. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I believe that's it, right?
For the
Yeah,
hound
for the
wolf.
hound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Atrice is going to do his thing that he does. And he misses his wave touch.
Just Triton things.
Nat ones on his... Okay.
I mean, he did just wake up from being dead. We'll give him a
Vidar!
break.
Vidar, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna start blasting.
Go ahead.
At advantage, right? Advantage, right?
Yes.
Flash of Genius on that.
Flash of Genius. You hit with the first one.
Yep.
Make sure you roll that the damage. If you scroll up, you can just do the damage. There you go. And then sneak attack. Wow. That was okay. Then you're offhand. What is this music? Sun Dappled Trail? This is not what I want.
How the fuck did birds get down here?
I don't know, man.
Horses?
Seahorses, yeah, seahorses.
Seagull Master brought him down.
That's a miss. I need everyone up until Evie's turn to make a perception check, please.
Yes.
Including
the seahorses.
me?
Yes. Lurshik, you notice something strange happening with the little dangly bit. That every time you guys hit it, it begins to get brighter and brighter.
Hey guys, why is its dangly bit getting brighter?
Hopefully that doesn't mean it's attracting things.
Storing
'Kay.
energy.
Evie, it's your turn.
All right. I am gonna cast invisibility at 2nd level on Lorishik and Vidar. I mean, at 3rd level on Lorishik and Vidar.
Okay.
I know they already have advantage.
You have
but
to be able to touch them to do that.
How far away are they? Wait, I have to be able to touch them?
It literally, any creature you touch becomes invisible. So you would have to move in order to be able to do that.
I have 30 feet
Well,
of
yes,
movement?
yes, but I'm just letting you know. I'm
No,
not,
no,
I'm not trying to rules lawyer. I'm just letting you know that if you moved here, you could end it here and then move back 5 feet, but you would have to.
Yeah,
be able
that's
to
what I
touch
was.
them.
Yeah, alright. Can I do that? I can't
Absolutely.
move myself again. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
There you go.
Boop.
Okay. Okay, so they
I
are
touched
both.
Vidar on the way back. Or on the way there.
Where's the? Is there an invisible one? There you go. You're both invisible. Are you doing anything else, Evie?
No, it seems like a close combat kind of guy, so I'm okay for a second, maybe.
Okay. Casimir's gonna go ham. He doesn't have to be reckless this time. He hits with both and does absolutely pitiful damage. Okay. That brings us to Technician and the other guy.
Technician and the other guy?
Yeah, Technician and his guy, his doggo.
Technician and his doggo. All right. I'm gonna have to find some more melee weapons at some point. Yeah. Extra attack automatically fails too, or no?
No. You always
Okay.
get 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's a
That
hit.
hit 19 hits, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And bonus action, we are going to tell Defender to attack. And there it is.
That's a hit. And with that,
Apparently still Defender is my melee weapon.
He reaches below the threshold and uses a legendary action. I need everyone in the room to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Can I use my Cross and Grits?
Did you use it already?
No.
Then yes.
That's still not something that's in our spell.
No, I need to do it. I'll do it after this.
Just want to make sure.
Vidar and Evie and Trace. The bauble pulses for a second and then sucks all the light out of the room into itself, where it shines very brightly for a moment, and then darkness goes outward. Are any of you resistant to necrotic damage?
I doubt it, but how would I know that?
It's not
On
poison or disease, right?
No, on your character sheet it would say under like the full heart or the empty heart. The empty heart is damage resistances.
I'm not sure where I'm looking, sorry.
On your character sheet.
Oh yeah, there's nothing.
Okay. What are each of your maximum hit points?
59.
59.
51.
Each of you takes 100 points of necrotic damage.
Even the people that made their
No,
Constitution
those
saving
of you who
throws?
made it take 50.
Oh. Oh.
Evie, you are 1 hit point from fully dead.
Okay.
So you're at 0. I need a Steel Defender to make one as well,
Oh, right.
please.
I'm honestly not sure it matters.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yes, he goes to 0.
Can I... do that or no?
Absolutely make a charisma saving throw. Well, you have to get 105 on that in order to
So
succeed.
no.
No.
All right, I'm gonna take it back then.
You have 13 hit points left. You have 13 hit points left, Lorishik.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
around you except Casimir goes unconscious and begins to float away.
I'm invisible, right?
Yes,
And that legendary action was out of rotation for
it was.
it.